Meanwhile, John is also confiding his deepest secret to his best friend, Dean. He tells him that he's still thinking about the woman he met years ago. By the way, can you imagine how boring John's and Sarah's lives must be? How not in love they are with their current partners, that they spent years thinking back on that purely accidental meeting? And John's friend's reaction is,
would you risk your relationship with Hallie just to search for some pipe dream?
He's trying to put John on the right path, but he's asking the wrong question. What does he mean risk? If John is not sure about this relationship with Hallie, no matter the reason, it means he shouldn't go through with it, period. He needs to cancel the wedding. Whatever the reason is, whether he finds this perfect Sarah lady or not, his relationship with Hallie needs to end. But these two are friends for a reason. They share the same logic. They have the same belief system. Like I said in part 1, they believe it's better to have someone than no one. This is how they see it. If John doesn't succeed in finding Sarah, then okay, fine. He's gonna marry Hallie. However, in reality, what would be best for John is to be alone. No Sarah, no Hallie, just him by himself. And maybe he'll realize that it's not the women who are the solution to his sad boy syndrome. He needs to deal with his life himself. Why is he so unhappy, really? But this film won't go that deep. And it's okay because it's a romantic comedy.
Hallie is the Godfather Part 2.
Here, John proves that what I said earlier is actually true. Hallie is the second best for him.
I don't want any part of this.
First, Dean was reasonable and didn't want to take part in searching for Sarah, but then he gave up and started helping John, skipping work, missing his deadlines, because Sarah is important. After having failed his search for Sarah, John returns to his miserable life where he has to go to his wedding rehearsal. Poor John. Why do this if it's so unbearable and makes you feel so uncomfortable? I mean, he's so not there. Honestly, it's just written all over his face. So sad, so bored, at his wedding rehearsal, trying to find meaning in all of this. His girlfriend Hallie can sense that something is off between them, and she's right. And what a great intuitive woman Hallie is, because she, of all people, is the one who gives him the book with Sarah's number in it and finally sets John free. Good riddance, Hallie. You'll find a better guy.
If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. That's what you've done.
I want to be a jackass.
Dean is actually inspired by John's behavior. He wants to be just like him.
Maybe we're laying here because you don't want to be standing somewhere else.
Finally, a good thought from Dean. But notice that he only thought of that after they found Sarah's house and saw Sarah's sister there and assumed it was Sarah having fun with her boyfriend in the window. Finally, a rational thought. Thank you, Dean. Turns out Dean is not such a bad friend after all. Without him, John wouldn't have come to this conclusion. He would have probably gone through with the wedding. Sarah and Eve's search for John also results in complete failure, and they decide it's time to stop. Unlike Sarah, her boyfriend Lars didn't need a break in their relationship. That's why he took a flight to see her.
How did you know where I was?
Intuition.
She's hopeful. Maybe he is the one after all, because he listened to his intuition.
Really?
But no, he was just joking. He actually physically looked through every hotel to find out where she stayed at. He's so boring and strategic and does the logical things. He does what he wants. He accomplishes his goals, yet tries to surprise her, and he actually misses her when they are apart. And that's never cool for Sarah, because she gets excited only when there's an element of fortune. So Lars is definitely not the one. Now that Lars is here, she's forced to spend time with him. The way she walks out of the carriage, looking ahead, sad, dreamy eyes. She's so far removed from this sad scene, from her miserable life, where her caring, famous boyfriend came looking for her. Oh, Sarah, we feel your pain. You've suffered so much. You deserve some real love, not fake love that Lars is giving to you. You just hold on, girl. Wait some more, because your Prince Charming will come soon, promise. Sarah is all about creating suffering in her life. She's with someone who she doesn't love and respect, dreaming about someone she can't have, can't find, someone who not only was unavailable from the start, but she also made him even more unavailable herself by not exchanging numbers properly. Here she is sitting with her boyfriend, looking so sad, looking at him as if he's a stranger. Why torture yourself? Just break up already. You should have done that years ago. Do it right now. It would be the right thing to do.
So you talked to Lars? Yeah.
So it turns out she finally broke up with him. Good. Finally some good decisions. But notice that we never saw that in the film. And it's made intentionally. We spoke with Lars. We're just assuming that they broke up. We never actually see this happening. Because this is a romantic comedy, the viewers don't want to see their favorite characters go through the process of making tough decisions. Because breaking up with someone is a very difficult thing to do.
I think he's gonna be okay.
Lars will be okay, she says. Yes, he will, because he's a reasonable guy. He has his career, he's family-oriented, he respects himself, he's not afraid to do what he wants. That's why he will be more than okay. He will be just great, even better without Sarah. But then Sarah finally finds this $5 bill and his number on it. Then she finds out that it's his wedding day and she's planning to stop his wedding. Really? It's so selfish of her. And what if Jonathan forgot about her or never even remembered their meeting after a few years went by? What was she hoping for? She thinks that her feelings for John are so important that she's willing to stop the wedding, to ruin someone's wedding. Stop! Sarah is indeed a strange and interesting woman after all. So in a way, the film ends well once they found strength to end their relationship. Although we never saw that, then they were finally able to meet again. They also made it their tradition to go back to the place where they met for the first time. Isn't that romantic? Yes, it is cute, but weren't they also in relationships with other people when they met back then? And didn't they continue to be with those people and almost married them? Didn't they intentionally make it almost impossible for them to meet again, not properly exchanging phone numbers? Didn't they live their lives all those years in sorrow and blamed everything that went wrong in their lives on the fact that they didn't meet the right person? Didn't they lie to their partners? Didn't they leave them hanging while they went to look for the right person? Didn't Sarah go as far as stepping into the room where John's wedding ceremony was supposed to take place in and yelling stop? Yeah, if we look at their love story from this angle, it's not so romantic anymore. It's selfish and childish. And if this was real life, I doubt they would have stayed together for even a year, because they both found so much meaning in their sadness, in blaming their relationship for their sadness. As crazy as it sounds, they found value in their problems. And what would they do now that they have resolved their main problem in life, which was not being with your one true love? Now that they have found their long-awaited ideal partners, I think they would be bored to death. They would start creating problems and eventually break up. Or they would still be together, but both would continue searching for someone else, someone better. What do you think would happen to this couple? Do you think they would live happily ever after? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!